Hello everybody, this is Mr. Robin. Today we're here to talk about NHL 26. Earlier today, EA Sports released the first official trailer for the upcoming game. So today we're going to talk about the news and kind of preview maybe what this looks like here on the channel. So if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, maybe some more hockey content here on the channel. So first things first, we finally got our first bit of look at NHL 26, and as you can see, there on the cover of the game is none other than Matthew Tkachuk, the Florida Panthers player, who rightfully, in my opinion, so deserves to be on the cover. He has won the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row with the Panthers, had the game-clinching goal in game number 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals this year, and I mean, he deserves to be on the cover. He's been a really good player. One thing that's interesting, though, is that on the deluxe edition is his two brothers as well, Brady Tkachuk of the Ottawa Senators and Keith Tkachuk of the St. Louis Blues. So, seems like the theme for this game this year is something to do with brotherly and team action. So, I'm very curious to see how that plays into the actual gameplay. Which, speaking of which, we got our first look at the game. I will just preface this up front. I am not a big NHL player. I haven't really played it a ton in the past. I think I didn't even get NHL 25, and this gameplay is actually on NHL 24 because it was a free download in the store one day for PlayStation. And I've logged a whopping, I think, 2 hours on this game, just with like some gameplay here and there, and just playing a little bit of like practice to try to keep my skills somewhat decent in case I do want to play this game a little bit more intently. So I'm not a big NHL fan, but I will say by watching the trailer, I was a little bit just meh from it, after watching the NBA 2K trailer and the EA Sports FC trailer, which I was very positive about. I feel like this trailer is just pretty like mid, but I mean, that's kind of EA Sports' kind of thing. It didn't really look like there was anything groundbreaking in terms of the gameplay. And I know a lot of people were just thinking that this is just going to be like an $80 roster update, which is, seems to be the trend with NHL plays and people. But for someone who doesn't play NHL that consistently, I mean, for me, it's a new game. So that's, kind of my output. But we also learned that it is coming September 12th. But you can get 7-day early access with the deluxe edition and get it September 5th, which is big because for somebody like me who likes to do a series here and as a smaller YouTuber, that early access means a lot. It helps me to really grab those early views. And I think they're going to go with the same approach that games have done in the past. And if you get the early access, you can actually access the game at noon instead of just waiting till midnight for it to drop, which I do like that switch. I like that a lot of games, including I think even NBA 2K has kind of made that switch where on the deluxe edition, the early access, you can actually play it at noon instead of playing it at midnight. So it just is kind of cool. But there is 2 editions, like I said, the standard and the deluxe edition. Obviously, standard is just going to come with the basic stuff, while if you want the deluxe edition, you can get a couple of other bonuses, including the 7-day early access. You can get a Hockey Ultimate Team Starter Choice Pack of an 83 overall. It says you can get immediate rewards in NHL 25. You can get Matthew Tkachuk 99 overall if you digital pre-order, 4,600 NHL points in a NHL Player Pack as well. You can also get a Hero's Choice Pack, a Vanity Set, Battle Pass, more points. There's a lot of stuff on the line if you get the standard and specifically the deluxe edition. If you're curious as to where I'm accessing all of this data, it's on the EA.com NHL section of their website. I'll put a link in the description below like I usually do for these kind of videos in case you want to read a little bit more about it. But in terms of like features and stuff like that, not much is known yet. There's a couple of things listed on the website. First thing is IceQ 2.0, powered by NHL Edge. We saw this flash up on the screen a little bit in the trailer, but it says IceQ 2.0 utilizes powerful NHL Edge data, so you can think, move, and play like your favorite superstars. That seems like a stereotypical EA Sports tagline of this. We see this a lot in Madden as well. The players play like the players, so that's up for you to decide if that's true or not, but that's the first thing that they are featuring. Also, X Factors are back, and it seems they're more improved. They've added an arsenal of 28 abilities over 5 different categories. We've seen this be in the NHL games for a couple of years. Came over from Madden I mean, if done right, I think it's a pretty good addition. I'm all for making the superstar players play like superstars as long as none of the abilities are game-breaking. Then, I guess they can live in the game. We also see Be a Pro updates. This is a revamped Be a Pro mode, allows the player to live their hockey journey from rookie to superstar. Again, that's very vague. There's not really much known about what that means right now. But if you like Be a Pro, it seems like it's going to get some updates. And then finally it says Hut Seasons is an all-new dynamic game mode experience where every matchup matters. So it seems like some improvements to Hockey Ultimate Team, considering that's where all the microtransactions and stuff lives on. One thing I'm a little disappointed about in the 4 feature tabs, though, is I don't see anything about, like, franchise mode. I mean, considering that's the big thing I do here on the channel. And I think hockey's franchise mode is a little bit behind. The fact that it's not on the first features page is a little concerning for somebody like me who's thinking about doing a series this year on NHL 26. But that's, there's still time for them to release a trailer and stuff like that for the game. Now, there's also one more news article to touch on. If you click on the bottom of the NHL 26 page, it says everything you need to know to pre-order EA Sports NHL 26. So we'll go through this up next. First thing is the release dates. I already touched on this. Worldwide launch is September 12th. While the Early Access Deluxe Edition is a week earlier, September 5th. Only on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S. I'm so glad that's becoming a thing now. Sorry if you're a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One player. It's been time to upgrade your platform. So I'm glad it's only on the next gen. I know there's probably some people who wish it was on the PC. But as long as it's on PlayStation 5 for me, selfishly, that's all that really matters. The pre-order bonuses already went through all of these. There's a lot on the deluxe side, specifically if you're a Hockey Ultimate Team player. But if you're not, there's really no reason to pre-order the deluxe edition unless you want the early access. So if you're just somebody who wants to play the game, I'd personally probably wait to the standard edition in the week later. Now, if you're an EA Play member, you also get some perks, though, as well. If you can pay for the EA Play subscription, you get a 10-hour early access trial starting September 5th, so you could actually play it on the early access for a total of 10 hours. 10% off digital pre-orders, NHL points, and more, so it's actually 10% off. You get a monthly World of Chell pack for 6 months. And then Season Pass XP multiplier tokens, and 3,000 World of Chell coins. So some Hockey Ultimate Team stuff. But I do like how EA Play members do get the 10-hour early access a week early. I think that's really cool. And if you're an EA Play member, I think that negates that fact to have to do the Deluxe Edition if you just pre-order the regular game. So that's all we really know about NHL 26 after today. I want to end this video, though, talking about what this maybe means for the channel. Because this year, I'm really considering doing a hockey franchise mode. I've never done one here on the channel. I've never really done one, period, in my life. But I've always had some interest in doing it. And I feel like this is a good time for me on the channel. Because, to be quite honest, 2025 has been kind of a down year here on the channel. The viewers have not been as high as they have been in the past. And a lot of it is my fault, specifically carrying over MLB The Show 24 so deep into the cycle. I will never carry an old game over into a new game cycle. But that's kind of hurt a little bit, so we didn't really release a new series until the Delaware Dynasty, and, fact that this is no longer the first year of college football, some of that allure is kind of wearing off. So it's a little bit of a down year on the channel, so I'm open for trying to do different things in this cycle. I've talked about maybe doing NBA 2K again, and potentially even a WNBA series, which would be different. And doing a hockey mode is very different because, granted, I'm not as well versed in that space, but I feel like there's no premier hockey franchise player. A lot of the hockey franchises I see on YouTube are just 10 episodes, and after episode number 1, they're already in the off season. So I think the traditional kind of way we do franchises hasn't really been done on YouTube, and I'm open to doing that if that's something you guys would like to see. But just kind of wanted to talk about the game here today, considering we just got the first bit of news, and it comes out in less than a month if you got the early access. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, in the comment section below, let me know if you want to see a hockey series here on the channel. But this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.